Hello again, makeup lovers. I just thought I'd do a little bit of fun video and show you what's in my handbag today. It doesn't usually vary what's in my bag. It's the usual things. I usually have a lipstick that I'm using that day. I don't take makeup bags anywhere with me. It's a lipstick or lip gloss. I think I may have a concealer in there for touch-ups and maybe some cotton buds. I tell you what, let's have a look, shall we? We've just been shopping and this is the handbag that I'm using at the moment. It's my Cath Kidston one. My partner actually bought this for me for Christmas. One of my many handbags, but it was... I've always wanted a Cath Kidston handbag, and he gave me money for Christmas. We went shopping and he said, why don't you finally buy yourself one? I used to go in the shop all the time. I used to look and then I used to go, no, we'll leave it. So I bought one, and that was it was sort of in between Christmas and New Year, I think. So let's have a look what's inside it. It's quite a lot actually. Might surprise myself. Oh, okay, right, so obviously the first thing I've got is my purse. Okay, it's quite a large one. It holds all my cards, my store cards, my credit cards, my debit cards. It's got a zip there for change. It has another zip there. I do have something in this. I dread to think what this would be. It's a little piece of paper with a note for something. It's somebody's phone number. I better put that back in and see whose phone number it is later. So yeah, a purse, standard thing you'd find in a handbag. My phone. As I said, I've got a message. I'll answer that once I've finished. My phone, I don't go anywhere without my phone. I don't always hear it, but I do always have it. Delving in, I've got an umbrella, a little handbag sized umbrella with dogs on. You never know when you're going to get caught in the rain. Okay, what's this? Oh, I have a lock de-icer. Obviously, I don't think I've ever used this, but I picked it up one day while we were shopping and I thought, you never know. So I've got a lock de-icer, so at least if I go out one day and it's frozen and frosty, I can unlock my car. What else have I got? Oh, some receipts. I've been shopping today. I've been to Sainsbury's. I bought some Coffee Mate. What else did I buy? Some deodorant. Oh, and Andrew wanted some hair gel. I've been to Boots. I bought some of those nailing stick-on nails I'm going to try. I used to have acrylic nails for about a year. I had them taken off and it totally ruined my nails. That was about 5 months ago and I'm still having problems. I can grow them, I don't bite them, but they do break very, very easily. So I'm going to try these stick-on nails as a temporary sort of thing if I want my nails to look nice, etc. I'll show you in another video because obviously I've taken them out of my handbag. I have, what else have I got? My glasses. Again, I think you're all aware of how blind I am, so always got a pair of glasses in my handbag. I have a little tiny hairbrush with a bit of paper in there. There you go. Little tiny hairbrush. Again, I don't think I've ever used this. It's just something I think that most women have in their handbag because you never know. I have a carrier bag. It's the Boots one. Oops. Because again, as you all know, in this country we do have to now to pay for any plastic carriers that we get from the supermarket. So I always have a carrier bag in my bag. That's the main part. Now the other thing I've got is the strap that goes for this bag. I've never used it, but I just keep it in there because I know where it is. So the next thing I'm going to do is go into the little side pocket, in a side zipper pocket, and I have headphones for my phone. I think these are still in there from when we went on holiday last year. And yes, I did use them. I do use headphones at home sometimes, but I've got a spare pair that I use. If Andrew's in bed and I'm still on my iPad, I will always use my headphones. I've got some Deep Action Mattifying Shine Control Papers. As you all know, I get pretty oily mess during the day. These are a mess. I've always got these in my handbag and I go through them like you wouldn't believe. The other thing I have in my handbag is 2 little sachets of Calorie Sweeteners. I stopped taking sugar in my coffee many years ago, but I do like a couple of sweeteners. And sometimes you can go to places and they don't always have sweeteners, so I always keep a couple in my handbag so I'm not caught short. If I go to a friend's house or some family and they don't have sweeteners, I know I've always got some in my handbag. I've got a few cotton buds. Again, I've been caught out so many times. I've gone to work, I've stopped the car, I've looked in the mirror and I've thought, oh, I've got a bit of mascara I forgot to wipe off, or a little bit of my foundation has come off on this area from where my glasses have been. Or I suffer with hay fever as well, and I carry, this is the next thing, a little True Match L'Oreal concealer pencil, and sometimes I can have a really sneezy day and I will touch up with a little bit of this and then I can blend it in with the cotton pad as well as these bits. So they're 2 makeup items that I do carry around with me. So that's those. And the last things in this side pocket is 2 pens. Always have a pen. I don't know what's happened to the top of this pen, but it's just a black fine liner Bic pen, and that's a red one. These pens I actually buy myself for work. Work supply us obviously with pens, but I just prefer to use these, so I always pick up a few of these every now and again when I'm in WH Smith's. Okay, so I've got 2 other pockets. Which one first? Right, so they're not zippered, they're just sort of pockets in the lining. I've got some serviettes. I tend to pick these up if we go for lunch, same as the sweeteners. If we go for lunch somewhere, I always keep some tissues or serviettes in my bag. I do take my granddaughter, I have my granddaughter sort of every other week on a Sunday, and they've come in handy so many times. And the other thing in that pocket is a packet of extra strong mints. Another thing that I always carry around with me, every single handbag. So I'm just going into the next pocket. I'm zooming through this. It's actually not as bad as what I thought. This is a breath freshener. To be honest, I'd forgotten I'd had this, so I probably better pop this in the bin. I dread to think how old that is, so there's that one. I have a tub of Vaseline. Again, it's something that I don't use all the time. I tend to always have a lipstick or lip gloss on me that I'm using on that day. But sometimes, especially during the winter, my lips can get a little bit dry, especially in work with the air conditioning. So I always keep a tub of Vaseline for my lips. And do you know what? It's come in handy for quite a lot of things. If I've come down with a cold during the day. Again, I suffer with hay fever. If I happen to start feeling some dryness about this area, I will just pop a bit on just to keep my skin a little bit moist. Okay, the lipstick obviously that I have on today, I've just found that in the side pocket. I do tend to lose a lot of lipsticks this way because I forget what's in what bag, I forget to empty them. So, but this is the L'Oreal Cream Gloss in Mafia. I did that in a Get Ready With Me that I filmed this morning that should be up by now, if I'm correct. The next thing I have in the bag is a little compact mirror. This mirror I do actually use a lot. I sort of you know, if I get in the car after we've eaten lunch, I'll top up my lippy or top up my lip gloss. Always check to make sure my mascara hasn't run, especially if it's been raining. So there's that. And this is a plastic spoon. I know why it's in there. It's a few weeks ago. We went to McDonald's for lunch for a chicken legend meal with my granddaughter, and I had one of those iced caramel frappes, I think it was called, with all the whipped cream on top. And the only thing they supplied me with was well, they didn't actually supply it, but the only thing available was a straw or one of those little wooden stirrers for coffee. And I like to eat the whipped cream because it's covered in caramel. And my granddaughter had a McFlurry ice cream, and I picked this up and said, oh, this will be handy to keep in my bag if I ever have a frappe again. And that's why that's in the bag. And to be honest, I had forgotten about it. I'm going to give it a wash, and I am going to put it back in, because you never know, I do like those frappes. Now I think that's the bag empty. I have got a pocket here in at the front. Ah, okay, there is stuff in there. Oh, I have another carrier bag. It's a large one. And I have more serviettes, which, to be honest, I'm going to pop in the bin, because these may have been in there a while, and I'm a little bit funny with things like that. So that is what is in my handbag. I hope you enjoyed that. See you all soon in my next video. Bye bye.